Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Yeah, no, did I? Oh, okay. Alright. I think for a moment I lost my audio device. But then I think the warning popped up. Well, what happens if I turn off my mic? No. Okay, yeah, no, that bitrate thing is still a problem. Okay. Let's get the decibel level maxed at negative point, no, -5, so I'm not blowing anyone's eardrums out. Game audio 2, let's set that to -5 again, so I'm not blowing anyone's eardrums out. And I guess for right now, just for a very casual stream, we'll just, I think these settings will work. And, hopefully the YouTube thing works. And then, of course, I can always stream to Twitch later if I have to. Okay, alright, well, let's get started anyway. Alrighty. Oh, I forgot. Yep, better make sure that I have this sorted. Get that sorted. Let's get some. Oh, okay. First, yep, that's still good. Alright, let's get started now. Now that everything is caught back up. And right off the bat, top tier. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so this is my first time streaming to YouTube in a long while. Got a couple ulterior motives behind doing this again. So we're just going to see how this works out. And hopefully this turret bounces more than the stock one. Oh god, the stock one absolutely sucked. I'm probably going to play a little bit here on the on this flank. Not really a fan of that Yag Panther there. Ooh. Oh, shh. Overcorrected. Definitely overcorrected. I need him to back up again. Come on. He's taken care of. Where's the Crusader going? I'm not going to reload in time. Oh, will I? Nope. Alright. 25, got him. Oh, they're behind us. Okay, I need to move. Bring the rock. The rock. I'm hoping the... Nope, Archer's not going to be able to do anything with him there. So I need to try... Artie is not going to be able to do anything there. Got a medium. Am I going to be able to assist? Yes, I can assist. He just needs to keep him there. Don't push him back. Nope. No, I was trying, but you pushed him back. No. See, I'm trying to keep solid cover between me and that other yo over there. Because until that TD can light him up, he could easily farm me with impunity. And now I don't have much of a choice. Push up and meet him. Is he going to push up? No, he's not. Apparently, we're just going to try and cap the base. I don't know why. AT2 is dead. And because I don't want to be messing around with that, I'm going to reload premium. I have the HP, he does not. And we're going to take care of it. And we're going to end at 1776 for the damage dealt. I will take that. Because America. However, of course, not a whole lot of damage dealt there. But at the same time, I'm not really going to complain that much. I'm just going to take it easy. Alrighty, there we go. Let's move on to playing it again. We're just going to keep playing. Why not? swap that out. That ice watered that down really quickly. Ardennes. Yes. Alright, how are we looking here? We're basically bottom tier, because there's only 2 tiers in this game here. We are tier 8 and tier 7. We are bottom tier. Anyone of note that I recognize? No. Okay. We'll see what goes on here. Probably going to be playing it a bit around in the city. Town church area is more likely where I'm going to go with this. I'm not all about that weird flanking route sort of deal, and if I can get myself into a brawl, that'll get me some more XP than if I was just playing the game of chase the tail. Unlike my cat, who is quite literally chasing her tail right now. Yeah, I see you over there. You can't hide behind that. Yep, light tank. TDs as well. Nope, do not have the gun depression for that. Nope, that was what I was afraid of. That T-28 is a big threat right now. I want to get rid of this guy quickly. No, not him. I want supporting fire. Oh boy. I want supporting fire on the T-28. Nope, and there I see that I have I focused too much on the 3 tanks in front of me, and the Panzerjäger and the medium tank completely let them push through. And the tanks that were in the back died. Okay. At least it's not. Well, I mean, this could still be. Yeah, this could still be viewed as a steamroll easily, but at least we took a couple of them out, unfortunately. I'm half expecting the 1:30 p.m. to explode any second. Nope. There it is. Nope. We did not do a whole lot just sitting here against the hill. There we go, there's one. Is he able to reload in time to take care of the Pantera? It looks like Pantera went behind cover. We're just going to sit here. Artie is about to die. Let's go to him. Oh, yep, okay. I don't know why the heck I was discombobulated there. I was looking at the mini-map at the same time. I was like, wait a minute, why is this all the way at the bottom right-hand corner? And we're gone. Artie at least did put forth some work there in a loss. Yeah, not a fantastic game by any means whatsoever. Top 3 at least, though. Alrighty. Well, let's try that again. So, like, this is one of the tanks that has, like, what would have been, like, the reserve track mechanic. And this is the Tier 7 where that mechanic thing actually starts. But again, since we don't have it and all we have is increased track health and repair speed, I'm going to be honest, I have had yet to even notice any change whatsoever to, like, just an increased track repair speed. Then again, of course, you know, I've got increased track health, so less likely to actually be, you know, tracked than normal. But it seems like it with this, it's a lot of times people, at least while I'm playing this tank, a lot of times people don't even bother trying to track you. So we're going to have tanks like this 112 coming up this way, even though they don't really have the gun depression to deal with this. Of course, we are in Artie Alley. Why the Barask is up here too, I don't know. Nope. There, okay. Yep, there it is. There's the Cupola shot. No, come on. God. Camera angles. I botched that shot up. Yep, now Artie is in position. I'm gonna get myself into a better position than where I am. And that might work. what are you... Nope, there it is. That shot, I don't even know how the heck he hit me. Really? Okay. Again, really? Why? Why did that bounce, of all things? Nope, rock. It's like invisible rock. Nope, then we just get shot by the absolution. Not a fantastic game either. Either a quick cap out needs to happen, or people need to go back and defend the base, because right now this ARL, is not sticking around. There we go. Are they going to stay? Brask is pushing forward there. M12 killed the bog whore. That's good. Can we pull a win, or is it enemy going to come around the corner in the next 4 seconds? Yep. Hey, look, right around the corner. That was very risky. That could have easily gone bad. Honestly, I can't wait till this thing is fully upgraded, and then that way I can actually pull some decent games here, because honestly, this vehicle just, the front hull is just very... I mean, if you're aiming down on it, it's not a hard thing to pen at all, really. The turret itself, when it was stock, had just very glaring shot traps and weak points there, so you couldn't even go hull down with the turret, and just, yeah. What's the next upgrade on this vehicle? Let's see. Gun. Oh, fantastic. Alrighty. We get the gun here in 686. Nomenhan, okay. Oh, good, we're top 2.
Let's get this show on the road.
Okay, so we are apparently going, most of the team is going left for, well, one reason or another. And we have no scouts going middle, which kind of a problem. I'm going to stick with the Pollack, because that's why. And might be at a disadvantage, so we are going to load up premium rounds. Going to keep pushing on them. Hesitancy will lead to destruction. And also Artie is looking at me, so we're not going to give them an opportunity. You penned me. Really? Fantastic. Oh, good. Already got him. I think the Challenger's bugged off. Yeah, no. Oh, shoot. I would appreciate some support here outside of... Yep, that would, yeah, that would magically pen. I want someone else to take the lead here. Good. AMX Chaffee finally took care of him. About time. Let's push up now. I should not have lost that many hit points. Light tank needs to definitely be more aggressive and push up. No, he's not in a position for me to shoot at him. I really should not have penned that. Okay, that's taken care of. He's taken care of. Oh, hi, Vader. Nope, of course not. No, I would mess that up. There we go. All right, I'll take that. Let's see. And how to... Yep, Top Gun unlocked. Now we get to begin the fun grind to the Tier 8. Let's see here. What was that? Only a Class 2 for that. Okay. All right. Well, we got the high caliber, Confederate, sniper medal. Alrighty. Vader got Top Gun. Nice. Okay. Alright, let's get that gun added on here. And let's get rid of that. Another 50-50 split. Alrighty. Personally, I'm not really a fan of the whole extra health and faster repair speed of the of this version of the tanks, to be honest. Personally, I would have preferred the Blitz route, where they got the autoloaders and also the advanced oh my goodness, why am I drawing a blank on this already? The reserve track mechanic. I believe the autoloaders does fall in line with like one of the design engineering proposals by the Yo company, so you know that would have at least added some more historical authenticity to the line. But no, we got this instead. Weirdly enough, before they were introduced with this, before they decided to even introduce the line, I was at the point where I just wanted them badly enough where I'd be like, yeah, you don't even need to do anything with them. Just bring them into the game as standard tanks. I won't be bothered with it. But, you know, then once they're like, oh, well, I guess apparently oh, I didn't even see it. Yep, mid-tier. All right. I guess they're not very popular on PC, so they decided that we don't need the mechanic or make them autoloaders or something, so instead we got this weird thing, and I'm not sure I'm a fan of it. Vanguard destroyed himself already. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna risk it. And I'm going to push up. Yep, there we go.
Heads up! Artillery! We didn't penetrate their armor. Target is hit. Enemy artillery's got a beat on us.
Alright, so that's got to be an FB-304. Yes, yes it is.
Position, but not very well. He's lost all artillery.
I'm going to let someone else push up here.
Enemy scrapped.
Somehow we let an entire heavy tank get behind us. That's kind of bad.
One of our tracks is damaged. We just think
Oh, yeah. Nope, I've kind of put myself into a pickle here.
straight through.
Oh, I will probably kill the Glory here. Nope, Glory's dead already.
Artillery, watch out!
Yep, nope. Nope. Not good.
Enemy artillery's got us pegged.
Yeah, I'm just going to get harassed at this point.
We can't see what's going on.
Yep, there it is. Dead before it could do anything. Unfortunately, I don't know. I wasn't paying a complete attention to the mini-map, but for some reason, everyone on this flank just let an a platoon-size element of heavy tanks circle around behind us, either that way around that mountain or just through the gully. And behind us, just one of the two, and it just happened, and that is why we got encircled. And unfortunately, FB-304 decided that I was going to be their target the entire time, and it was just absolute 1,000 cuts. I'm just going to harass you the whole time, forget everyone else, which, you know, it is what it is. Doesn't mean I like it. So, but no point crying about it at this point. Let's see what else is going to happen. Already died already, by the way. At least I took someone with me. That's at least one thing out of it. Ferdinands just don't even care. This is just like watching yourself get sucker punched in the face. And oddly enough, still top. Already did nothing. These 5 tanks at the bottom, I'm actually curious what happened to the M44. Did he fire any shots at all? 1. Fired 1 shot. I have a feeling, my guess is the light tank literally just YOLO'd on him. Vanguard, we know what happened to the Vanguard. Weirdly enough, our Vanguard got 13th out of 15th. And he just suicided or made a very dumb mistake and destroyed himself right at the beginning of the game. Alright, oh well. Let's move on. Between the 2 Yo tanks, and again, one of them isn't even a Yo tank, between the 2 tanks that I've played off this branch, so far, weirdly enough, the Paulac seems more impressive than this thing. I don't know, has anyone else tried the Yo branch yet, or because it doesn't have the mechanic, you're just not interested? Or if you just play CW only, and then, you know, it's like, there's, of course you wouldn't play it. I can see your argument there. Alright, where am I? Apparently top of the, yep, top, and what is this here? Wow, only 2 tier 6s, and then the rest are tier 5s and 7s. Okay. I am probably going to go down the 8 line. That was one of my concerns. Nope. Good, we got flanking shots there on the side. Fantastic. He's good, he's taken care of. Please shoot the SU-8. Oh my goodness, we don't even have the traction to get up to left. Oh my gosh. Every other tank I play can back up that stupid rock. No problem. So, I said it in my video that Pollack is dangerous. Even stock, the thing is dangerous.
Enemy is hit.
Alright, I know there's that heavy tank in the back that may or may not be dead. I don't know.
Zero penetration.
I'm lit up by something, and I don't think... It can't be the Dreadnought. I think he's firing AP.
Enemy armor knocked out. Track hit. Pan. Track's been lost. Track is good to go.
I think he's firing HE. Why that shot missed, I don't know.
Enemy knocked out.
There we go. And how did we do for that one? Oh my goodness, still only a class 2. Alrighty, here. Nice slew of medals though, still no mastery badge. Alrighty. Let's see here. 20,089.80. More or less the same. Woo! Okay. Alright, let's get started. let's see. What do we got? We are bottom tier. Fantastic. Okay. Alright, here. Let's see. What do we got? We're gonna go castle, most likely.
Let's go. We're not getting paid by the hour.
The Grom and the BZ-176 are going to probably be the issues here. A lot of TVs.
Focus on this location. Track hit.
Nope, and with already here, no thank you.
Target penetrated.
And those are players I did not want to see on this flank. Nope. There it is. Dead by the Tiger 131 that I was waiting this entire time to see what they were going to do. And, of course, around that moment, they decided to do something when my attention had to be drawn elsewhere. What is this light tank doing all the way back here? What are you doing? This is probably going to be the best view here. See what happened. Nope, he went unspotted. And the time that the VK-168 needed to help out, he's nowhere. You just straight up abandoned him. Let's see. See, this game could still be turned around if that BZ-176 is allowed to live. He's deciding to cap out. Which, depending on what happens, may or may not be a smart decision. That guy's obviously not happy, apparently. I don't even know what I'm witnessing here. Wow. Rank 7 out of that. So anyway, yeah, I think going on here in the future, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to be streaming on the second channel instead. That's probably what's going to end up happening with that going forward. Like I said, it's like this is mostly for the guides here, and I was hoping that with the streaming here, some people would be able to join. I could mention that, hey, the streaming in the future is going to probably be done on the second channel where the streaming can be saved and all that fun stuff, and then of course I don't have to worry about a bunch of like stream VODs taking up recent videos and content and stuff on there. So that's gonna be the game plan in the future. So definitely check out my second channel if you haven't already. But yeah, let's just keep going here and see what we can do. Hopefully you guys are staying cool in the heat wave. My cat was adamant that she wanted to bask. I think she's baking basically at this point just because of how hot it is, but she insisted that she have her little hammock, that's it, hammock, be hung up in the window. But to do that, I have to turn the air off to open the windows so I don't have an outrageous utility bill. Probably after this game, seeing as I'm starting to bake, I am probably going to take a short break after this, so that way I can take the hammock off the windowsill so I can close the freaking window and turn the air back on, because this is just getting ridiculous. It is 79 degrees in here, and it's certainly feeling like we're hitting the 90s. Let's go.
Let's get this show on the road. Focus attention here.
And basically all we need is just people to keep an eye on the flank. You don't need to go attack the flank because the objective is over here. You just need a rear security. That's all that's necessary is a rear security.
We hit him hard.
Nope, of course. Hey, did he just... Nope. Nope, there it is. Of course.
Drill straight through.
I'm gonna get shot in the side here. I'm expecting to. I'm not playing at this point here. That was just dumb sitting there on the hill. Oh, fun. Okay. Dead. There it is.
Bail out. Our vehicle's had it.
Hey, Bonsai Show, how are you doing? Definitely need sunglasses to hide my just displeasure in my eyes at that very, very horrible performance. I don't even think, yeah, like, I did a single shot of damage. That was absolutely piss poor. Wait a minute, what the hell? Okay, alright, so we're... I think that looks like someone just freaking rubber banded their controllers and had them hit go, and then they just hit the wall. Why have we not reloaded? Why are we over here? Like, these are some valid... Well, I mean, unless you're hunting arty, but why have you not reloaded your guns? Well, now we're dead. Apparently not. Wow, okay. I'm concerned and confused. Maybe, probably AFK. That is definitely the look of what's going on here, and at least for the Hellcat. I'm definitely I was definitely concerned there for the M42 here. Yep, now he's dead. Dead. I just want this game to end already, so that way I can just play another one and try and forget about this performance. That was a very, very bad performance. I don't know about weak. I'm not going to go and start looking up stats or anything like that. For all I know, he just had very bad latency or ping or something. Because we've all been in that situation where it's like we mean to fire or we try and fire or something like that, and it's just so freaking delayed or lagged or something. I've been there. I don't know. There is a chance, of course, that just very delayed reaction speed. But, I mean, again, I don't know what's going on the other side of the controller and the screen, so I'm not even going to look. Wow. You should have just hit him. You should have just... no, I think IVKV was even... gonna dodge that. And he learned his lesson. Don't... Now the IKV is gone. Like, you don't know where he went. Why you stopped there, I don't know. I don't know if the heavy's got this or not, to be fair. He definitely, I mean, he might, but that's provided that he's not going to get spotted and sniped first by the Iron Rain. And depending on what the health is on the Iron Rain, the Dreadnought's going to have to ammo rack him to, you know, ensure his own survival. And that's probably, yep, there it is. Honestly, in that situation, he should have just snapshot it and, you know, prayed RNG at least would have given him 700-something damage. I'm definitely down at the bottom. Yep, see, like, because I did one single shot, and then I just got absolutely just shot at by things that weren't even spotted, even though there's people in that area. Hey, Cyber, how's it going? It's hot. It's very hot here. In fact, actually, as I said, I am going to need to quickly take a quick break so I can close the window next to me, seeing as my cat is no longer using her hammock. So I need to close the thing, and I need to turn the air back on, because it's like 80 degrees in here, and it's just going to get hotter. So, 1 second, guys. Alrighty, I'm back now. Like I said, it's just going to be very, very quick break because the window's right next to me. So, alright, let's try this again and not have an embarrassing performance like that one. And by the way, guys, just as kind of like a friendly announcement reminder thing that I'm probably going to do more streams, but they're going to be moved onto the the second channel that I have started. So that's where the streams are going to go. But I mean, of course, I've only got 26 subs there, so that would not get a whole lot of notice for me to actually like spread the news of that. So if you're interested in more streams or mostly just streams, then definitely go hit up that second channel and give that one a follow. That's where those streams will be here. Definitely looking to continue doing some more streams with that here in the future. And we are bottom tier again. I'm going to go left because I know there's that hill over here that I can just kind of like go semi-hull down in. So far, I'm not really impressed by the Yo tanks. Then again, though, I'm only at tier 7. Ah, you subbed to the second channel. Well, I appreciate the sub and the support for that second channel. Much appreciated. Hopefully you can find more entertaining, definitely more entertaining content on that channel than you would typically find on the main one. Yeah, for the sake of things, I want to switch to premium ammo and get up into the fight. That's not where I'm aiming. Stop. No, of course not. Apparently, RNG has decided that... Okay, alright. Just... There we go. Finally hit something. He's down. Of course. He's just firing premium because that's what they do. Nope, and dead by the Scorpion G. I didn't think we had a bulldog on our team. Or are you referring to that bulldog that was on that the Rezanai map? Oh, that one. Yeah. Wasn't even paying attention to what was going on over here. Why are we sitting over here? So we got the medium tank over there, and we're just not even gonna waste time. No one's gonna bother helping. They're just gonna sit over here. He's reloading. He just sat there, I guess, for some reason. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but this is a definite loss. Oh, it's like, hello there. Okay. It is the weekend, unfortunately. So, yeah. I would have had more connecting shots if it wasn't for the fact that they just decided, no, we're going to hit like right on the nose of the M3Y, and just do absolutely nothing. So let's go back. Yeah, I know I can just always go right into next battle, but force of habit is normally I'm not doing a consistent grind like this, so kind of force of habit has me just going back to the garage. Why are you staring at me? Yeah, I closed the window because you weren't using your hammock. My cat is just eerily staring at me. It's like, what are you doing? Why'd you close the window on me? And like, because you weren't using your hammock, and I'm really hot. It wasn't hot 3 hours ago. Alright, it's team destruction. We should have no reason to have half the team go to the right flank. No reason whatsoever. Everyone should go left. Just go left and take control of the main hill, and problem solved. But apparently we're just always going to have tanks go right for some reason. So light tanks naturally go middle. A medium or two can go middle. Maybe that TD on that maybe a TD or two on that flank. So as long as that is good and we have the majority going this way, then I think we'll be okay. Pretty much, if you win the hill field thingamabob there, I mean you basically you win the map just on pure map control. Of course, something can always go sideways to where like you don't have a scout to scout the other ridge, and then you guys are just getting picked off by anything that's hiding over there. Like that can easily be turned around, but that does not mean that the entire team needs to go there. Just it does not. Because it's this weird casual mentality of those that have a single good game tend to just repeat the same thing over and over of when they had that singular good game. So, like, they could come over here, like, 8 times and have mediocre or bad games, and then go over to the right flank the one time, and the one time it works, and magically they think it's, like, a magical spot. Of course.
We can't fire accurately. Nice shot.
Worth a shot.
Enemy hull is damaged.
I'm kind of expecting a sniper over there. That's why I'm hesitant to crest this ridge.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
And this is the moment that I choose to go over here. He's taken out. I'm lit somehow. Someone is targeting me. I genuinely have no idea how.
Enemy vehicle is out of play. Target penetrated.
Oh, yeah, okay. Apparently I'm still firing premium. Okay. So I want to try... Yep, there we go. Unspotted. I'm by myself. I want to back off. Oni is going to get farmed by whatever's sniping over there in the back hill. The game is seemingly now at risk because we don't have anyone to counter spot the ridge. So everyone pushing up on the King Tiger and that Yo there are open to getting shot.
Focus attention here. Friendly artillery has been destroyed.
Take care of him. We need to take care of things fast. T-29's crossing for some reason. No, okay, nope. I was about to say, like, please don't go bridge. Yep, I don't even know why that round went that way. totally wasting premium rounds. Guys down. T92 is still alive. Of course he is. See, as I said, like this has the opportunity for going sideways because they still have a scout and we don't. There it is. I know where the prototype was. I was just trying to get freaking hull down with that, and I was spotted by the, yeah, I don't even think diving down there would have done anything. I would have died. So yeah, as I said, it could go sideways very easily, just like what we see here. And so some games like this, people are going to see this of, well, you see, this is what happens when everyone goes onto the hillside. And it's like, yeah. No, this is what absolutely can happen. But, and I think I'm also getting loud, sorry. But, you know, this is also what can happen when your scout gets, just gets taken out. Just through sheer recklessness or just being outplayed. So that's unfortunately just how it works. Strategically speaking, though, you don't need to have half your force go to the hill. You just need to have enough people to spot that side, keep them in place, keep them pinned down and occupied, and let the tanks in the middle do the spotting and the work, and let the rest on the hill win the map, win the fight, and then move over to support and get flanking shots and all that. The Red Scout knows what they're doing now. And because he's uncontested by, another light tank, he can move around and flex with impunity here. And farm and spot and all sorts of stuff. I won't be surprised if he has a massive amount of, I won't be surprised if he has a massive amount of spotting assist. But maybe, Cyber, maybe. A lot of factors go into play with that. And again, some people just don't care. And they come on here. It's kind of like where I'm at now. I used to, like 5, 6 years ago, I used to, like, right before 6.0 happened, I used to be very, active and hardcore trying to, get 3 marks on all sorts of stuff, and now it's just as like, I get home at 5 o'clock, I'm tired, I want to just play a couple games and complete my dailies and all that stuff, and then, move on to some other game or something like that, or work on a video and get that done so I can relax for the rest of the week or something like that, So I'm aware of that mentality, but I'm also aware of the fact that, I'm not going to just sit around and be that level of casualness because I don't get fun in that. But some people just want to come on here, shoot tanks. They don't freaking care how situationally aware they are. Or they don't care if they suck. They or if they win or lose, and that's perfectly fine. I just do not think it's a good mentality to stick with the, I had one good game on this one time I went this one flank, so I'm always going to go this flank now. It's not a good way to play maps. It's just not.
You always want to at least try and go different parts of the map, because then you may find out that some parts of the map will actually cater to specific vehicles more than that one. Like okay, if I were to go to Redshire, for example, and I were to take um, the lemon the lemon the lemon I'm gonna call it the lemon rust because I don't care about Warhammer lore names or correctness. I don't, unfortunately. Um, the lemon rust. If I take it if I spawn in like the south side and I sit around in the weird hills area instead of the traditional brawl spot that I'm sure everyone is aware of with the heavies and stuff like that, and I go there with that tank, and I have one really good game on a map that on that flank every single time, I'm not going to take every single tank there. It's like maybe, or that's actually a bad analogy with that. Honestly, I should have used the Action X and going to the brawl spot, and then maybe that one time I actually have a good game in the brawl spot in the Action X. I'm not going to take the Action X to the brawl spot with the heavies every single game just because I had the one good game. Maybe I should go and try the other half of the map, and I would maybe find out that that's catered a little bit more towards the flexibility and the mobility of the Action X, because there's many hills, many opportunities to go hold down, and many fallback points to move back and forth if need be. That's a much better analogy. I don't know why the heck that took me. Why I chose the lemon rust. That was a horrible analogy. Forget that one. I sounded stupid as soon as I realized how bad that sounded. So yeah. It's like, and with grinding, here's like the point where I'm at with the grinding thing. It's like, I would love to do well. I'd love to get an ace tanker. I'd love to be like Gambit, Vishaw, or Petty in them, and be able to put out consistent like 6,000 uber level damage games all the time. But now I just don't care. It's like I'm just like, I've got so much silver. It's like, I'm not trying to compete with them in terms of content or whatnot. I frankly don't care anymore about my own personal performance with the thing. I'm just going to come on here. I'm going to play tanks, and I'm going to just do the best that I can, and that's my enjoyment with that. And if I'm grinding a tank line, I'm just going to throw on an XP boost, so that way, even if I suck, at least I'm getting like 2,000 XP minimum out of the frickin' bad game. Yeah, everyone needs some guidance. It just kind of falls on to, do people have the willingness to actually accept the guidance? And a lot of times it comes down to, how are you giving them guidance? Like, I can guarantee you right now that if I were to go in, like if I were to play a horrible game and die, and then I start shadowing the light tank on there, or maybe the heavy tank. Maybe it's a heavy tank that has no idea what they're doing or whatnot. And I get in game chat and I start screaming at them, telling them they're doing crap wrong and cussing at them and all that stuff. If they are listening, I can guarantee you they immediately are going to shut me out. Like, you're just some angry nutcase. I'm not going to bother listening to you. You're just upset that you suck. Like, they're just going to shut you down immediately. However, if you're on there and you're watching the heavy tank, and he's in a tight spot, and you go in there and you're like, hey man, look, so you got this enemy tank coming up on your right side. What you need to do now is track him, try and track him, and then if you can do that, then pivot to where you can get around behind him before his turret rotate. Like, if you try and help him and point stats out to things, like his turret rotation is very slow, I can tell from my camera angle here. It's like, you have an opportunity, like, how you present or how you try and help and guide players means a lot if they are listening. However, unfortunately, in game chat situations, a lot of people are going to have their mics off just because of the fact that no one wants to come onto the game and hear freaking gangster rap music playing over someone's microphone that they don't care about, and it being static as all hell, or some kid or adult being yelled at by their mother or their wife or something like that, or a crying baby, or some giant family argument going on in the background. No one wants to hear any of that, and so a lot of people just turn their mics off. I turn my mics off. All right. Anyway, let's get going to another game here because I'm sure we all just want to hear me just try and educate people on how to properly relay information and help other players while staring at the back end of the M2Y. You know. Yeah, I have not gotten this map. Oh, I am definitely bottom tier here. All right. Well, yeah. Well, without hesitation, I'm loading premium with that. Alrighty.
Let's run him down.
I've only gotten this map like 2 or 3 times since it released, and never on this flank either. It annoys me when I just see people just randomly shooting. Like, why? Why are you doing that? No, I'm not going to do a big cliff jump thing because I never go beach, and this map, why I don't have the frickin' engine power to climb an embankment. Oh my god, I'm not spotted here. Nope, till that happened. Yep, okay, alright. I'm not a scout, Darren. Why I decided to do that, I don't know. Basically, just I got lit up. Probably there half a second longer than I needed to be, but he just kind of just auto aimed right at me. Almost 2/3 of my hit points gone now. Get out of these guys' way. Gonna flank around this way here. Nope. Nope. I would totally fail to aim in time for the rock. I'm hoping someone pushes up on him. Yeah, I'm not going to have the opportunity to shoot him. Nope, okay, nope, teeth breaker went through there. I'm going to do what I can to try and protect the flank here. Teeth breaker to the rescue again. These guys are over here. I'm going to try and rotate. So if I keep profiling there, one of those two tanks are going to hit me. And he's on the other side of the rocks. Nope. Nope, we're just it's an IS-3 hull. Nope. I did not. To be fair, those skins never really appealed to me. I am more of a historical type of guy. So I was not really... Now, if it was a more historical skin for those, and I'm talking like realistic type of thing, like how would you get that set up if you're, or you know what I mean? It's one of the more realistic looking skins. I probably would have gone for them, but I'm not going to be trying to grab these Call of Duty bad guy looking things. Nah. I'm just catching up here real quick, chat. Let's see how it went with that. I know I didn't really perform much there. The fact I survived at least, and it's like, I'll accept that. I'll take it. For those just joining, by the way, if you were unaware of the major announcement that I made like 2 weeks ago, I think, or maybe last week, I have started a second channel, and if you're here to see, it's like, hey, Darren's streaming again after like 3, 4, 5 years. I'm probably going to continue streaming or start streaming again, and it's going to be over on the second channel, and so that way this stays true to guides. So, yeah. So if you are interested in the streams or more casual content creator style videos and things like that, definitely go check out the second channel. Will you okay, you're not playing with the blinds, good. So yeah, no, go check out that second channel and give that a follow if you're interested in more streams or casual videos or stuff like that. And I do plan on putting more videos up there and stuff like that. Actually, I had a pretty decent game in the CCLX1, the Brazilian light tank. I'm probably going to share that one. I just have no idea what I'm going to name it. hopefully it doesn't end up being like a horrible dad joke like I did with the Paulac tank video. I think that was pretty cringe. I'm sure many people saw the title of that and was like, oh, that name sucks. Just sucked in a breath and was just like, oh, do I even want to click on the video? It was like, yeah, it was a pretty bad one. And I back early years when I first started creating content and stuff like that, half my replays I'd have to mute the audio because it was taken during a live stream or just bad settings or something like that. And no, this time I accidentally left my mic on when I was recording that, so there was gameplay audio and stuff like that, but the microphone was also recording at the same time, and my cat was deciding that, hey, I want a treat. I'm going to climb up your leg and cry and make you cry out in pain because my claws are sharp and make you give me a treat. So that entire game, it just was, the game audio was ruined because once I went to play it back, I was like, oh my god, you can hear everything going on. Never played Sword, have some epic. Yeah, Sword is not what I remember it. I feel like Sword, like the new Sword Beach would have been fantastic if they kept the atmosphere that it is now, but they didn't put a giant stupid wall on the entire like beach side, which, I guess kind of is like a maybe hit or miss thing. Maybe like, I guess it'd be a good way to kind of like keep people away from the beach, because once you go on beach, you're completely cut off and you are trapped there. And if the rest of the team wins, if the enemy team wins the rest of the map, you are literally stuck there with only a few exits to choose from. But I mean, it's like now also you kind of just like completely separated a third of the map from the rest, which I do think that the original Kane 44 is what the map used to be called. That would have been fine to just change it to the weird war atmosphere. I do like that type of atmosphere. Sword is a terrible off-brand Overlord. I could see the argument. Although you could also argue that Sword is a better version of Overlord because you don't have giant cliffs that do outright separate the beaches and stuff like that. Now you just have a giant wall, but the original Kane 44 didn't have that. So the original Kane 44 probably was a better version of Overlord. I would like to see actual, like, Kane, I don't care anymore about pronunciations. I'm not even going to try. I would like to see the original Kane come back. Special skills allowed me to go places others couldn't. Lol. Oh yeah, no, yeah, before the days of Xbox Record, that on the Xbox One, yes. Yes. I'm going to switch to premium just to be safe here. T20, I don't think, is aware of just how open of a position he is in. Yay! A fence stopped me. Nope, I missed that on my own accord. Again, with the missing. I'm about to die here. Nope. And I couldn't slew the gun on fast enough. I at least took out the M2Y there. I went down, but I took someone with me at least. The mediums. What are these mediums and heavy? That would have been far more. I don't even want to know how they got over there, but okay. Yep. So this person does not have Sixth Sense. And we have not bothered to move whatsoever. Up and already got him. Fantastic. Nope. Yep, so this game looks to be over. Well, the green light definitely died, so yes, he did. Oh, hello there. Yep. See, that's where Sixth Sense would have been very handy, because once it got within that 50-meter radius bubble, boom, just, it would have been lit right up. But, you know, the MT-25 did work at least. Got 2748 and assisted. Hey, no eating the blinds. Don't tilt your head and be like, "What are you doing? What do you mean? I wasn't chewing at the blinds even though you caught me." Like, no. Okay, sorry. Blanking a crap. You mean like ghost shells, or do you mean like banking, like it's veering off to like a fair, like way outside the reticle bloom? Like, not sure I follow. Yeah, no, that occasionally happens. I mean, I expect that with heat or HE or something like that, but you know, with APCR, you would think that that would have actually done something. It didn't. All right, let's move on here. Um, I've never really noticed those. I more so notice my shells just veering way off course or missing the target completely. Of course, I almost never go back and watch replays or anything like that and try and slow things down and see that. I almost don't really care enough to go and check that, but I know that there are some content creators like I think like Kellen, for example, or Just a Cone or Ricky. I don't remember who exactly, but I know there's a couple people that will go and they'll come back with like a clip that they recorded, and they'll like slow it down and blow it up. And it's like, I don't have time to go and try and point stuff out like that. I'm just gonna play the game. Play the game. See, like, this is a situation where I'll probably. Well, I mean, my silver is over the course of 11 years playing the game, and for a while I ground out all the tank lines that I was interested in and had no interest in grinding anything else out. So it was like, for a while it was just, I'm playing premium tank after premium tank. So I mean, that's all I did. And then of course when I'd get premium time, because I used to never buy premium time. I used to just buy premium tanks. So when I would get premium time, I would I'd play the heck out of the game.
Target is hit. They destroyed one of our tanks.
Ooh.
That one went straight through. Tank hit. We finished them off.
Yeah, I know there's a couple things just sitting back there. Like that Paulak tank that's sitting back. Like, these things are a consistent threat.
Penetration.
Like, until I just get shot there. I don't think I was even lit up. This is how I die. Yep, exactly like I said. That is how I die.
Now the fight.
That was not a very good game. Did not help that I was just letting myself get shot by a Paulak that's hiding out there in the corner. But I mean, like I said, I keep saying this numerous times. It's like, the Paulak is not a bad tank. It can do work. It can be bottom tier, and it can do work. It is not something that you can, mostly be like fish food and neglect it. Be like, I'll get to you later. Like, no, you don't do that. The 76 millimeter on that thing will chew you up. It out DPMs its own 90 millimeter gun. Like, if you were to put like a Paulak with a 76 versus a Paulak with the 90, it's going to come down to who can play their armor better. It is definitely a threat on the battlefield left unneglected. Well, left unattended to, I guess. Film editing for artistic purposes. Yeah, I don't go and do a whole lot of editing. I only do the editing on videos that are necessary for the editing. Like some of my guides require the editing. But, if I'm just doing like a replay, I almost never need to do much editing with that. Although with the second channel, I may actually do some more edited stuff. Like, I want to kind of be a little bit more creative with some of the shorts that I do. I sure as heck am not going to do things where I just have a video where all of a sudden it's just some banging music or something going on. Like, okay, fantastic. It's a replay of me ammo racking a bunch of tanks with, like, Rihanna. Like, I don't know how that's special. So I do have one replay that I'm going to try and edit with some like sound effects and stuff like that. And it was just a low tier game. I was just trying to get complete one of the dailies things for the regiment coins, and I had someone bum rush me, and the result turned out to be kind of funny. I want to try and turn that into a funny short. Why are we still sitting here? Why is everyone still sitting back here? I'm a little confused. And we're still fighting this Shashka. Nope, Shashka's done. Ooh, very nice. How to make a highlight clip. See, people need to kind of make, people need videos like that. It's like, yeah, just like, look at this. In the course of the live stream, I've gone from, let's see here. Yeah, I'm just over halfway done with my grind for the M2Y, and I should be able to go and probably in another, like, 2.5 hour stream, be able to do complete the M2Y grind completely with that. But yeah, let's see. How long have we been going on for? What time is it right now? 3:45. I think I got time for one more game, and then unfortunately, with it being Sunday, I do have a bunch of chores that I have put off because it's too hot to do anything. But yeah, let's see here. Let's go back in. Let's see how far we can push it today. If the games end in 5 minutes, we may be able to get 3 more games in. Alrighty, what do we got here? I am bottom tier again. Yep, I have a feeling that's a casual player. Although if they put out some serious numbers with that 105, then kudos to them. But I have a feeling that was a new casual player who just saw, hey, more damage with a 105, and then didn't realize that that's not really a good idea. Who is that? Some stunts? Where do you expect me to put some stunts on here? I mean, yeah, I could probably stunt off the wall there, but I don't know if I want to do that. Although you dropped a tip, so I may need to now. You caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that, so I greatly appreciate your generosity. No, I think I'm going to get harassed by Artie this entire time. The heck? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is one of those situations where we're just not paying attention. Jeez.
Somebody get on it! Enemy vehicle destroyed! That one went straight through!
There we go. Helped him out.
Armor destroyed!
There you go. I did my stunt. I'm still alive. Look at that. I somehow did not even die.
We hit him hard!
Well, that guy wasn't even at the start of the game. He was just literally not paying attention to what he was doing. He was just like trying to aim and drive at the same time, and it was basically like just a kind of screw you, get out of my way, you know. No, he's dead. Okay. All right. Well, I did the stunt for you, so I hope you're okay with that. Had I died, I definitely would have been reported for that. Although I was genuinely curious to see how that would have done anything, because with that track health, and that was a bit risky. Yeah, let's do another one here. Looks like we'll probably have time for one more based on how long that game went. We are bottom tier again. Alright, I am going to go left down to the 9 line. That may or may not prove to be You know what? No, I'm not going to do that, actually. No, I'm actually going to go down the 3-4 line. Maybe play a little bit on the 5.
Let's run him down.
That wall is the site of many epic jumps. Hey, Flemish, what's going on? Right now, between, like, you kind of caught in here on the tail end, or the tail end of the stream, but, yeah, so far, between the 2 tanks that I have played of this, the Paulak is definitely better than this thing. I am not a big fan of this vehicle. Definitely not a fan of the vehicle. Yep, and I probably just screwed myself here. Nope. Oh, jeez. I was about to take care of the frickin' thing too. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the vehicle. I'll probably do one more game after that one, because that performance was kind of dull. But yeah, no. I'm not a fan of it. Like, the Paulak was more consistent than this vehicle is. Like, bone stock, you could kind of do work against some tier 8s, kind of. But you could not go hull down with the stock turret. It just had a shot trap right there at the front that, you know, people could pen no problem. So far, it's not really an enjoyable tank to play. I will be getting rid of it. I have not gotten rid of the Paulak tank. Hell, I should probably dress the Paulak tank up with cat-themed stuff, just because of the fact that the cat decided to be... the cat decided to act up in the middle of the game of... in the middle of the game that turned out to be the ace tanker. I haven't even tried to play it like a medium. Or maybe I have played it like a medium and I haven't really done much with it. I may have been playing it like a medium. But the way that the heavy tanks I play are kind of already pseudo-mediums. And the medium tanks I do play are medium tanks. So the playstyle tends to blend, and that's recently what I've been mostly playing. So I wouldn't be surprised if the playstyle's kind of just been there. With the track health, though, I mean, yeah, you would think that maybe you could push up and be more aggressive, but I've not. It does not seem like people are even trying to track you at that point. When I'm top tier and stuff, I am top or mid tier. I'm up there with like the heavy tanks, but I'm going to positions with other heavy tanks. I'm not like, it does not have the speed of what I look for in my medium tanks to go around the map and being super mobile and supportive and everything. So I just don't really bother playing it much like a medium. More like a mevy, a medium heavy. But it's not going, like, you're not going to be doing super heavy tank thing. Like, not super heavy, sorry. You're not going to be doing, like, spectacular. How to describe this thing? It's very hard to describe. Like, it's a heavy tank, but there's times you can play it like it's a medium, but you don't exactly have armor to brawl like a heavy. I guess you could say it's got like the Mevy vibes, and I'm not doing this heavium because the way the English language works is heavium implies heavy medium. So I just like everyone that says, oh, a heavium, you mean a heavium, right? No, I mean a Mevy, because that would be a medium heavy. Oh, I've seen the ammo racks. Yes. This is a very close game. High risk equals high reward. Sometimes it does. Next, try to play it as a TDM. Sure, that would probably make a lot of people very angry. I don't think I'm going to actually do that because people that see heavy tanks kind of sitting at the back of the map get very upset. And, you know, while I don't frankly care what other people think, I surely don't really want to have a slew of reports just because people are, and pings, angry map pinging just because they don't like the fact that I'm sitting at the back. And I frankly wouldn't have the patience to have a heavy tank and be sitting at the back of the map. Who is left alive here? Charioteer, Hammer, like, these guys have got to be on like the 9-0 line. No, mercy roll. Ooh, good. Yeah, I'm not much of a fan of the, like, because I know there are some heavy tanks that, you know, absolutely can't be at the front of the line unless you really know what you're doing or the terrain suits the tank very well. I'm looking at you, Chieftain. Like, yeah, if the terrain is good for the for the chieftain, it can absolutely be at the front line. But like you would not want the chieftain to be at the front on a map like Himmelsdorf on Banana Road. You would not. They both are on that flank. Oh, fantastic. How the heck has this been working out? Like, they were all just down there. Did they somehow just miss each other? Like, use the jet boost. Ram it. Ram it. There you go. Alright, let's do one more game. Let's do one more game. Yeah, because that was just a very mediocre game. Yep, and I'm over halfway done with the grind on it. So like, you just gotta finish up this XP run, and I'll be able to move on to the tier 8. Yeah, no, like some tanks, like if it's map and team dependent. Like, you know, for example, like the Strixmon line, it's like it to do well in those tanks. It almost requires you, if you're going to be sniping, it almost requires you to have your team suck, but be good just enough to where they can the enemy team is outside your detection range. I've done some side scraping, but you know, when a big caliber gun gets into the mix of things, it does not seem to want to actually do much side scraping. Oh boy. Oh, the route's blocked. Oh my god. Climb, damn it! Climb. I'm surprised. Okay. Stockade is the autoloader. Come on. There we go. Oh, that was kind of cut close. I was trying to play the gun wiggle dancing game and get a weak spot at the same time. Oh, shoot. Yeah, we're back to premium. Alright, there we go. Nashorn's the last one. He's gonna die before I get there. Alright. There we go. Much better game than the other one. So yeah, I'll take that. There we go. We'll be like 62,000, I think, by the end of that. Yeah, half decent. I mean, like for what it is at this point, it is what it is. I'm not really expecting to get an ace tanker with this thing. I'm not a really huge fan of it. Nor am I motivated to try hard with it, to be honest, anyway. But yeah, so just as a reminder for those that may be watching and unaware, I'm going to I've repeated this a few times throughout the stream, but I would like to continue to do more streaming, but it is going to be done on my second channel, or Twitch, depending on what the heck's going on with that or what is easier to set up that day. I do not have a schedule yet. I guess it's really more so whenever I feel like I have time to actually stream. But yeah, it's going to be all done on the second channel. So if you haven't gone over already and given that a follow, definitely hop on over there and do that. Not only is the support greatly appreciated, but you will see content that you will not see on the main WoTC Academy channel. Of course, if you give me a moment, I can gladly post a link to said channel in the chat. So give me one moment here. Let me drop that in. So there is the link to the second channel. And again, if you want to see more streams, hop on over there and give it a follow. Greatly appreciated. But that is going to do it for today's stream. I would like to thank all of you guys for popping in, saying hi, talking, chatting, lurking, all of the above. Fantastic. Love you all. But I do unfortunately still have chores I got to do, because I've been putting it off because it's been stupid hot all day. So, yeah. Other than that, guys, take it easy. Best of luck with your games today. You've seen that I've been pretty up and down with my games, but yeah. Thank you guys for your support. Take it easy and definitely stay cool out there in this summer heat. And peace.